Okay, so I had a little mishap with my dowels earlier, and that's okay. That's what extra dowels are for. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut up 2 more. I got one of them to fit in the place that it's supposed to be. So you always want to make sure that your dowels are hidden by your cake. So you never want them to be too high, because then it's gonna keep your top tier on too high a level. And so we'll show you a little trick here. You just kind of cut along your little dowel and just dig in a little bit, go all the way around, staying on the same cut line that you've been making the whole time. And then when you feel that you've come 360, just take your fingers and just gently push out, and then it'll break apart real easy. So that way you don't have to work so hard at pulling it apart. So then I'll put this one in here. Beautiful, and it goes just under the frosting line, which is exactly where I wanted it. I'll go ahead and measure this part, put it back in the hole. And like I said, you just want to see where that, roll it around in the hole that you make and see where the frosting ends at the top. And then just go a little bit below it, because that's going to be where you want your dowel to sit. Just below that frosting line. Just keep your knife in your cut line. It'll be easier to find that way. And just gently roll the dowel forward. That's how you're going to get a nice clean circumference cut. And you can pick these up anywhere. I picked mine up at Michael's, super cheap. I think they were like 20 cents a piece or something like that. Not crazy expensive. I know art supply stores have them. Sure, Home Depot does. You can get these just about anywhere. You can even order them online. So the next thing I'm gonna do is get my cake, my little top tier, underneath, get my cardboard piece underneath it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take my angled spatula. I'll come over here so you can see. I'm just gonna go ahead and get under the cake, and there's still that little parchment paper under there. You're gonna wanna keep that under there. It really helps to not cut into the cake with the angled spatula, and then getting that cardboard under there really helps you to move it wherever you need it to go. So now I have it in my hands. And earlier we went through and we made little markings as to where the cake should be. So if you want to come over this way, how you actually are going to end up stacking this cake is you're just going to get right over and hover, and you're going to see where you can make it at the most even point. Get your fingers real close and then pull your fingers out. And then kind of scooch it if you need to. You make use of your angled spatula. It's kind of your best friend. If you need to push it in one way or another, if you got to do it over, you pick it up, you do it over. It's not a big deal. Frosting hides everything, but there you have it. That is how you stack a tiered cake.